Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVSAUDIO in Roselle, New Jersey. We have this badass Jeep Grand Cherokee Track Hawk in for a wiring rescue, but it has nothing to do with audio. It's all the performance stuff. So without giving away any of his secrets, what he's got going on, I'm just going to show you the disaster that we started with under the seat in the battery. So without giving away any of his secrets, he's running Braille lithium, which we love, but they did the right thing, used them out, but they blasted self-tapping screws through the floor, and just one on each side. Then we have some ghetto-ness going on there, some butt connectors, switches just thrown under the seat. It's just not the way you return a customer's vehicle. We got some wires being pinched under clips, and a ton of stuff running to the battery when all you have to do is run an auxiliary fuse block. Look at all the space you have here where you can mount an auxiliary fuse block, and then you won't have this mess at the top of the battery. Let's see if we can fix this. Got some wires running under the hood unprotected. They loomed it, but they use butt connectors, which are not waterproof. We have a ground wire firmly grounded, but the wire is just left unprotected. We have wires randomly running over the intake manifold. Random wires just thrown around in the trunk, unprotected. They put heat shrink on, didn't heat it up. Okay, so we're rewiring this Track Hawk, and we've already found the problem. So this is the relay that activates the accessory in the trunk, we'll call it. So we have a constant feed to pin 30, which makes sense. And then that is jumped into pin 85, which makes sense, which would make this ground active. So this is the output to the device. That would be ground active. The problem is, when you follow the ground activation wire, it is also tied to the ground wire of the device. So that is a high current ground wire. And then at the other end here, you'll notice also a black wire. That's the high current positive. So if you have high current positive and negative, and you have a switch on this one, that means that this switch is switching the high current negative. So this relay makes absolutely no sense, because you're putting a 30 amp load on the positive side and a 30 amp load on the negative switch. This is completely wired wrong. Okay, so we did a solid polycarbonate mount. It's basically bulletproof glass. We drilled and tapped it to mount the battery. The reason we chose to do this is there was a metal battery bracket on it, and I wasn't comfortable with all the positive cables near the sharp metal. So doing it this way, we don't have to worry about the mount shorting out. It's super duper strong. This thing's bulletproof. So now we can mount the accessories. We can drill and tap it to the top. It's completely serviceable because the screws are tapped into the plastic. So let me show you. Solid, thing's not going anywhere, it's safe. So now we're gonna mount this to the body of the truck and mount the accessories to the top with complete access to the positive and negative posts. So I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure from feeling it that this can be a loose connection over here. Hey, look at that. Yeah. Okay, we fixed the wiring on the fuel pump controller. So we have wire furls, no more bare wire hanging out. And then we did nut inserts into the body. So we're going to use machine screws into the aluminum body here to bolt it securely in place.